We have some more information now on what the writers' union and the Hollywood studios actually agreed to. Now, everyone's reporting that this strike is over, and it's not. They still have to reach an agreement with the actors' union, and that's not going to start till next week. I think next week they're going to finally sit down and hammer something out with them. I don't think their problems are anywhere near the level that the writers had, so I expect that to get finished rather quickly. However, this vote is not ratified. They have till, I think, October 13th to ratify this. I might be wrong on that date. October 2nd to the 9th is when they will be able to vote. Eligible voters will receive ballot and materials for the vote, which will take place from October 2nd to October 9th. Now, it's being reported that most people are saying they're going to vote yes, so I would imagine this is done. So the biggest hurdle to getting back to making awful entertainment is now done. Like I said, I think the actors will agree to something pretty quickly. This was mostly about the writers, and yeah, that'll be it. I think the actors mainly want better streaming money based on numbers, which is something that they're going to get, and we're going to talk about that because that information is going to leak out. Likeness rights, I would imagine, are a big deal and stuff like that, but I'm sure they can work something out on that rather quickly. It's not going to take as long, maybe 2 weeks, I think. I think 2 weeks they have an agreement. So this is almost over. And then the drought of pop culture news will lift, as I'm sure as soon as this is done, you are going to see announcements up the ass. You're going to see so many announcements because they're going to want to get people excited again, which no one will be excited for any of this garbage. But anyway, let's go over some of the stuff. So they got raises, healthcare, writers' room minimums, and an AI agreement. I want to talk about the AI shit first because this is what I was most interested in. I'm sure a lot of you, because this is the first time we've ever had to deal with something like this. I mean, AI is relatively new, and it's not really that great yet. It will get better. But as of right now, it's kind of a shell that's really still forming. So they've kind of folded completely on the AI thing. All the stuff they wanted, it seems like they kind of folded on it. They got a couple things, but this is being spun as revolutionary and great and amazing. I don't think it really was. Because there's nothing here, I don't think, saying the studios can't use AI. It just won't be considered source material. Let's read it. Artificial intelligence was another key strike issue, and here, too, the WGA made significant gains. Under the term of the agreement, AI can't write or rewrite literacy material, and AI-generated material will not be considered source material under the contract, meaning the AI-generated material can't be used to undermine a writer's credit or separated right. So the writers can still put their name on the AI-generated material, basically, is what I get from this. The studios, I don't see anything in here saying the studios can't use it either, because writers can use it. So I would imagine a lot of studios are going to hire a couple of writers to sit down and use AI for a bunch of shit, and they'll just put the writers' names on it. For whoever does it, it'll be good for them because they can pad the hell out of their little CV. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to necessarily lead to a quantity of good stuff. It's probably going to lead to a quantity of shit. So the summary notes, a writer can choose to use AI when performing writing services if the company consents and provided that the writer follows applicable company policies, but the company can't require the writer to use AI software when performing writing services. So a writer can choose to use it. It says it has to inform the company, but let's be honest, most of them are probably using it anyway. So how would they even know? But that is a pretty big thing. So you're going to see a lot of people using ChatGPT. I don't see why the studio would care. So to say, yeah, I'm using it, and they'll use it. I don't necessarily think they need to tell you they're using it. Just the studios, who probably don't care. The company also must disclose to the writer if any materials given to the writer have been generated by AI or incorporate AI-generated material, and the WGA says that it reserves the right to assert the exploitation of writers' material to train AI as prohibited by NBA or other law. Oh, they're going to do it themselves because all those writers are going to use ChatGPT because they've probably already been using it. So I would imagine it's already getting trained up by them. That's what's funny about this. So the next part goes in to talk about increased pension and health contributions for single writers, or if they were. The big thing here is that it was listed that they get more writers in a room per episodes, which is funny. It doesn't. If you go past 6 episodes, they have to bring in like 1 or 2 more writers. And I really don't get that. I don't really get the whole we need more cooks in the kitchen thing. I think that that's stupid. But whatever. They wanted more people to get hired. And they're getting paid a lot more, too, by the way, per week. So I would imagine this is going to drive up costs to a lot of shit and probably going to force studios to want to keep their shows at the minimum level of writers that they have to bring on. So you're going to see shows get totally made to work around cheap writers instead of having to bring on so many. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens with this. It's going to get ratified. I almost guarantee you it's going to get ratified. 100%, because what else are they going to do? Most of them are already going broke. There was reports of people already living in their cars and shit. So I would imagine that this is going to get ratified. And then they'll be back in business. I think they can already go back, but all of them are saying, we're going back to the picket lines until the actors are done. And I imagine that'll be done in 2 weeks, so. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The strike is over. I'm sure all of you are happy to hear that. This is being spun as a huge win. I'm not quite sure it is. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.